Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Brianna the Barb, which will be linked down in the description box below, along with my email address if you want to send me any promo or anything like that. So we're gonna hop straight into the video. This is part 2 to the story time of how I caught my fiance cheating with receipts. So we left off in the first video of me sitting down with Cheater and me telling him and showing him about the screenshots that I have received. And now we're at the part of me showing him the second screenshot of him riding around with Shaquita in her car when he told me that he was working late. So, pretty much after we talked about that and he continued to lie over and over again, I was just over him and quite frankly over the entire relationship, because it's one thing to cheat, but it's another thing to like cheat and then continue to lie about it. Well, clearly I have the evidence and I'm presenting the evidence to you. So after that, I ended up breaking up with him. And even after I broke up with him, he still continued to lie and say that he wasn't cheating and it wasn't what I thought it was. So now some months have gone by. And now me and Rebel are back together. And child, I was off and on with Rebel for, you know what, that don't even matter. So now me and Cheater, we're not together anymore, and I'm now with Rebel. So one day, me and Rebel, we're on the phone talking. He's on his way to the basketball court to go shoot some hoops with the guys. And as we're on the phone, he decides to stop inside of a store to get something to drink before he heads to the courts. So as we're talking on the phone, all of a sudden, I can hear him talking to someone else. So he was like, "Oh, hey, bro, what's up?" Then the other guy says something back. And he was like, "Oh, like, you finna come to the hoops later? Like, I'm finna go shoot around with blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah." Like, he starts saying, like, the guys' names. And then the other person, they say something back. And that was it. He was like, "All right, well, I'll catch up with you later. Like, be safe out here." And then after he finishes talking to him, he gets back on the phone and he was like, "Yo, you won't believe who I just ran into." And I'm like, "Who?" And he goes, "Cheater." And I said, "Who?" He was like, Cheater, Shaquita's baby dad. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." Lying, y'all, because clearly I know exactly who he is. So I'm like, "Oh, I don't know who he is." So he was like, Shaquita, like, her baby dad. So I was like, "I mean, I know Shaquita because you used to be friends with her, but I don't know her baby dad. Like, I didn't even know she had kids for that matter." So he was just like, because it was like a long pause, like a long silence. And then he was just like, "Oh, well, anyway." And then like we continue on like the conversation. And honestly, I don't know why I lied. Like, I don't know why I lied and told him that I didn't know who Cheater is. Like, I don't know. But if I'm being quite honest, like, obviously, Rebel knew that I was lying. Um, he knew that I knew Cheater. Now, how did he know? I don't know. But I know that he knew that I know. Because, for one, he asked me twice. Like, why would he ask me twice? And Rebel was the type of person, like, he was the type of dude to be like, y'all know those dudes who, like, when you're talking to somebody and they know that you used to talk to somebody else, and then let's say y'all out somewhere and y'all ended up seeing the dude, like one of the dudes you used to talk to, and he'd be like, "Oh, there goes your boy," or, "Oh, like, did he used to be your baby?" Like that type of shit. Like, that's the type of person that Rebel is. So for him to say, "Oh, guess who I just ran into," or "Guess who I just seen," for him to say that, he already knew that I used to talk to Cheater. So I don't know why he would ask me, maybe to see if I would lie, and I did. I don't know, but anyway, moving on. So some more time goes by. Me and Rebel, we end up breaking up like we usually do. So one day, one cool afternoon, I'm just in the house, I'm just chilling. So I get a text from Cheater, and he asked me if I was home. So I told him, yeah. So then he hit me back and he was like, "Well, can I come by for a minute? Like, I just want to talk to you. I know it's been a minute, but like, I feel like I need to get some things off my chest." So, against my better judgment, because I know I probably shouldn't have texted him back, I should have probably blocked him. But I wanted to hear what he had to say. So I told him, yeah, it was cool for him to come over. So he comes over, but I wanted him to know that it wasn't going to be how it was before, like at all. So instead of him coming over, us chilling in the living room, sitting on the couch, talking, chopping it up like we usually would do, instead of doing that, like as soon as he comes in, we go straight outside to the park. And at this point, my daughter is walking now. So we walk over to the park. We're in the park, and he gets straight to the chase. Thank God, because y'all know I hate small talk. So he cut straight to the chase, and he was like, "Yo, my bad for everything that I put you through, like, and all that shit that I was lying about. Like, man, I was just going through some shit. Like, me and Shaquita, we were going through some shit, but that still doesn't make it right for me to treat you the way that I did. Like, you were a good girlfriend to me. Like, you're just an overall good woman. This, that, and the third." So I'm listening to what he's saying, right? I'm listening. Do I believe him? Obviously, I did believe him at that point. Like, at that time, clearly I did. So, towards the end of the conversation, he asked me to be his girlfriend again. So I say yes. Now, mind you, during that conversation, he also ended up telling me that him and Shaquita's their baby was born. So now he has his second child, so we're talking about how fatherhood is for him, because now he has a daughter. Like, he had a son before, and now he has a daughter. So we're talking about like fatherhood and stuff like that. And he was saying that how he would really feel some type of way, or really be in his feelings, if a guy treated his daughter the way that he treated me. And now that he has a daughter, his whole like outlook on relationships, it's just different. So because of that, I believe him, and we get back together. So now me and Cheater are back together again. And this time, our relationship is pretty much the same as usual. The only difference is that now we are being sexually active. Because before, the first time we were together, we were not sexually active. We weren't doing anything sexual. And now, the second time that we're together, we are. So instead of him coming over before, like how he would get off work and he would come over immediately off work, now he would come over like, I don't want to say here and there, but instead of him coming over at like 4 or 5 o'clock, sometimes he would come over in the afternoon. Sometimes he would come over like in the morning, depending on what day it was and what either of us had to do. So now he's just coming over at like different spurts during the day. It's not a set time like how it was before. So we're chilling, we're being sexually active, everything is going fine. Now, I did not tell my best friend about the conversation that we had when he came over, when we had went to the park. I didn't tell her that we were back together. Like, I didn't tell her any of those things. And the reason why I didn't is because I didn't, honestly, y'all, like, I didn't want her to be like, oh, why would you get back with him after he cheated on you, after he lied and was doing this and was doing that? Like, why would you do that, y'all? So, like, my best friend is an Aquarius just like me. So, she's definitely not afraid to speak her mind. And she could be very blunt, very honest, just like I am. So if she feels like you're making a dumb decision, she's going to tell you you're making a dumb decision and exactly why she feels like that decision is dumb. That's just how she is, which I understand because that's exactly how I am. So I decided just not to tell her anything. So during our relationship, everything is fine. He's coming over, we're hanging out. Everything is good. And then I start to notice some of the same patterns repeating itself. Like, I start to notice that now he's being very inconsistent with, like, as far as him coming over. Like, for the sake of this video, let's just say he would tell me, like, oh, I'm gonna come over Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Then when Tuesday at 5 o'clock comes, now all of a sudden he got something to do, or something came up to the point where he can't come over. And okay, first time, cool, whatever. Second time, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But it's like, if it's the third time and and it wouldn't just be Tuesday. Like, it wouldn't just be Tuesday. It would be like, I don't know, anytime. Like, for example, if he decided, okay, well, I'm going to come see you this day, and then this day comes and he doesn't show up because he has something to do or something like that. You feel me? So I feel like that was weird. The same type of patterns that he was doing the first time. Um, I just felt like everything was just weird. So in my mind, I automatically was like, okay, I know this nigga's cheating, right? I know that he's cheating. I know that he's doing this, like, because he's doing the same patterns that he was doing before. So now I need to vent. I need to vent. I need someone to tell me that, okay, this isn't just all in my head. This is exactly what's going on. So I go to my best friend. And now I'm telling her about how a cheater came over. We had a conversation at the park, how we're back together, how our relationship was starting to go, and how it's going now with him being very inconsistent. So as I'm telling her this, she's telling me that, because mind you, she was still friends with Cheater on social media. She was friends with Cheater on social media, and she was also friends with Shaquita on social media. Gotta get up. Then she was friends with also, y'all. Then she was also friends with Shaquita on social media. So she begins to tell me that she has seen on social media that Cheater and Shaquita are together, that they are together. She begins to tell me that they're together, that she's been seeing them post like pictures together on social media, tagging each other. She begins to tell me that she's been seeing them like tagging each other in like what do you call them, social media posts or social media statuses, like stuff like that. But she said that she didn't say anything to me about it because she didn't know that me and Cheetah were back together. Like, she thought that we were still broken up, so she felt no need to, like, tell me about it or send me any screenshots or anything like that. So now I'm like, wow. So what was the point? Like, does he want to have two girlfriends? Does he think that I'm some sort of backup for him in case things don't work out with Shaquita? Then he has me to like fall back on. Like, what was the point of him coming over and asking me to be his girlfriend again, wanting to get back together, if he was just going to be in a relationship with Shaquita? Or was he in a relationship? Was he in a relationship the whole time? Like, when he came to talk to me, like, was he already in a relationship then? These are questions that are like running through my mind, right? And now I'm trying to decide what it is that I want to do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything to him about it because he's just going to lie. Like, it's already been a proven fact that when I have any type of evidence, about him cheating, he's going to lie to me. Like, he's not going to be honest. He's not going to tell me the truth. So what am I going to do? And now I'm like, all right, you know what? I feel like I've been way too nice. And it's pretty clear that he takes me for a joke. It's pretty obvious. So now I'm gonna do the same thing he's doing. Like, we're gonna be twins at this point. Like, he wants to cheat and have other relationships with Shaquita, then I'm gonna cheat and have other relationships as well. Like, we're gonna be doing the same thing here, because you're not gonna keep, trying to play with me. Like, you're not gonna keep doing that. And in my mind, I felt like I was being nice by the way that I handled him cheating the first time, by just showing him the screenshots that I had, like, and just breaking up with him. I felt like I was being very nice with that. And now you don't get the same me twice. Like, you're not doing that. So that's exactly what I start to do. So I'm not dumb. I know that 9 times out of 10, he's having sex with Shaquita and me. So now I'm going to have sex with other niggas and him. Like, you feel me? Like, that's exactly what we're going to do here. So that's what I start doing. So I start talking to other niggas. I start having sex with other niggas. Like, yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing that he's doing. However, in his face, I'm being regular. I'm being nice. I'm being sweet. I'm acting like everything's cool, even though that it's not. So I start, as far as being inconsistent, as far as like spending time with him, like how he was doing with me, like I started doing that. So if he want to come see me at such and such day, we're gonna use Tuesday as what is wrong with me? I can't talk. We're gonna use Tuesday again as an example. So if Tuesday comes, he tells me, I'm going to come see you at 5 o'clock. Tuesday, 5 o'clock comes, now he got something to do, right? Okay, cool. The next time he says that he wants to come see me, now I have something to do. Now, do I really have something to do? Maybe, maybe not. 9 times out of 10, I was just chilling in the house. But it's a simple fact that you're not going to keep giving me the runaround and think I'm not going to give you the runaround too. So that's how everything was going until one day. So one day he ends up texting me and he asked me if he could come over, chill and hang out. So of course I told him, yeah, that's fine. Like you can come over. Just let me know when you're on your way. So he texts me back and he's like, well, every time I come over there, like all we do is like have sex. Like we used to do so much more than that. Like we used to watch movies. We used to actually talk to each other, have conversations, and now we don't even do that anymore. And that was very much true because if if you're gonna act like a 304, then I'm gonna treat you like a 304. Like you wanna have me and have Shaquita, you wanna have your cake and eat it too. Okay, but don't get mad when I do the same thing to you, type of thing. Like, no. So when he would come over, we would immediately go straight to the bedroom. After that, either he would leave or I would make up some excuse to get him to leave. Like, oh, I gotta put my daughter to sleep, or oh, like something, I don't know, make up some excuse so that he can leave. Because if that's how, like, if you're acting like a 304, I'm going to treat you like a 304, period. And for those that don't know what a 304 is, a 304 is a hoe. So, boom, back to the text messages. So, I text him back and I'm like, oh, like, I didn't know that you felt type of way about that. I didn't know that was a problem for you. And he was like, yeah, because, sometimes I just be tired. Like, I've been at work all day, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. So I text him back and I'm like, okay, you can come over tonight and we can watch a movie. Everything will be cool. He says, all right, I'll be there later. I'm going to let you know when I'm on my way. I'm like, all right, cool. However, in my mind, like, I'm not dumb. Talking about he's tired from work. No, you're tired because you've been Shaquita. Like, that's why you tired. You've been Shaquita all day. And you think that when you get here, now we just finna cuddle and watch a movie. No, my turn now. Drop them draws. Like, like, no, for real. Like, you think that you're gonna be, you know, doing what you do with her, and then you get to me, now you all tired and you want to go to sleep and you want to watch a movie. No, now it's my turn. Drop the draws, nigga. Like, what do you mean? So he ends up coming over. It's late at night, probably like 9, 10 o'clock. So I put on a movie. We're cuddled up. We're watching a movie. About 5 seconds into the movie, my hands are in his pants because you can't possibly think that I was gonna say, "Oh my gosh, yes, you can come over and we can just watch a movie." No, that was me being nice. Like that version of me is gone now. Like that's gone. You don't get that version of me anymore. So no, and not only that, but it's like I know that this nigga isn't tired because he been at work. No, that's not why he's tired, and I know that's not why. So you think that I'm just gonna be like, oh my gosh, yes, come over, let's watch a movie and cuddle and go to sleep? No, absolutely not. So after we get done with that or whatever like that, we're putting our clothes back on, and I could tell he feels some type of way because he claims he wanted to just watch a movie, and he says that he was like, well, what happened to me just coming over here and us watching a movie? And I want to pick his brain because I want to see what he's going to say. So I say to him, I'm like, well, why do you want to come over here and just watch a movie? Like, don't you miss me? Like, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Like, and you just want to come over here and go to sleep and watch a movie? And I kid y'all not, he looks me dead in my face and he says, well, yeah, because I do miss you, but I've been at work all day, and I'm just tired. Like, I just been working a lot. And I'm thinking, nah, you been working a lot. That's why you tired. Like, like, that's why you tired. It ain't got nothing to do with you being at work. So, moving on. So, time goes by. We continue to do that. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not even going to lie. Eventually, all that starts to get boring for me. Like, it starts to get boring. I start to get tired of that. And I'm like, all right, what am I really doing in this relationship? Like, what am I doing? It's pretty clear that whatever feelings I had for him, they're gone now. And I don't like him anymore at all. It's like he's cheating on me. I'm cheating on him. Like, why are we doing this when I can just leave and be done with it? You feel me? Like, why am I doing this? So boom. So one day I ended up calling him over, right? So I ended up calling him over late at night so that we can talk. So he comes up, child, look, we love talking in person. I just realized that. So he comes over, we're sitting on the couch, we're talking and stuff like that. And I tell him, I'm like, well, I heard that that you've been still posting pictures on social media with Shaquita. Excuse me. And that y'all two are together, y'all are in a relationship. Like, so what's going on? And he was like, it's not like that. Like, I told you, like, after she has the baby, then we were gonna co-parent, and that's what we're doing. Like, I spend a lot of time over there at her house because my daughter is there. So half the time I'm there is because I'm spending time with my daughter, and it just so happens to be her house. Mind y'all, I didn't bring up anything about him spending time with his daughter. I didn't bring up anything about him being over at Shaquita's house. Nothing. So in my mind, it's like, okay, now you're telling on yourself because I was talking about posting shit on social media. So what do you really be doing over there at Shaquita's house when you're supposed to be spending time with your daughter? Because why would you just out of the blue bring that up? So I'm telling him, I'm like, well, I just don't think that this relationship is working for me. Like, it's just not what I want anymore. Like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I just don't want to keep doing this. Like, you yourself mentioned that when you come over here, all we do is like sex. Like, we don't do none of the stuff that we used to do no more. Like, it's just not working for me. So here he go with the crocodile tears. He started crying and he's like, you always think that I'm cheating on you. Like, I'm not cheating on you now. I didn't cheat on you before. Still lying about that shit, nigga. But anyway, he's like, I didn't cheat on you. I'm not cheating on you now. I didn't cheat on you before. This, that, and the third, bro. And I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, this nigga is really crying. Is he crying because he's been caught cheating again? For the second time now? Is that why this thing is crying? I don't know. So as he's talking, I'm listening. But in my mind, I already know. Like, I already have my mind made up that I'm done with this relationship. I'm done with the relationship. I'm done with him. This is the second time now that he's been caught cheating. Like, I'm just over it. Like, how much more of this do you think that I'm gonna take? No more, because I'm done. But still, how much more of this do you think I'm finna take? So, once again, I tell him, I'm like, yeah, well, I've been told that you've been posting pictures and stuff like that on social media with Shaquita. Clearly, you two are in a relationship, and I get it. Like, if that's what you want, if you want to try to be a family with her for the sake of y'all's daughter, then that's fine. But I'm just gonna go my separate way. And he's like, no, I don't want to be a family with her. Like, that's not what I want. I want you. Like, if I wanted to be with her, then I would be. And I'm like, well, according to social media, you are. Like, so what are we really talking about here? So I tell him, I'm like, well, this relationship is over as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't want to be with you anymore. So then I get up, right? I get up and I'm about to walk into my room because in my mind I'm thinking, all right, if I get up and walk in my room, then he's gonna eventually get the picture that I don't want to be with him, and then he's just gonna leave. No. Soon as I get up to walk away, I hear him say, "Wait, I love you." Hmm. This is the first time that he ever said, "I love you." First time. But I don't know. Maybe it's because he has been cheating and lying. I don't know. But it does not come off to me as if it's genuine. To me, it comes off as, oh, let me tell her that I love her so that she won't leave me. That's what it's coming off as. And that's exactly how I took it. So I'm like, wow, he really thinks. This nigga really thinks that he can just say, I love you to me, and I'm not going to leave him. And I'm going to forgive him for cheating. Yet again. Wrong. Like, no. No, like, I'm not doing that. This saying I love you is not going to work on me, right? But not gonna lie to y'all, that makes me even more mad. It makes me mad because it's like, who does he think I am? Like, he really takes me for a joke. He really thinks that I'm a joke, like to the point where he thinks that he can just say I love you and I'm gonna be like, okay, well, all's forgiven. So now I gotta show him how much of a joke I really am. So I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, I love you too. So he gets up, he comes over to me and he was like, I don't know why you always think I'm cheating, but I want to be with you. Like, I would never hurt you like that. He's like, I don't know why you think that I would never hurt you like that. I would never do that to you. Like, I want to be with you. I don't want to be with her. I'm just gonna co-parent with her, same lies, right? But I want him to think that I believe him. So I'm like, I know that you would never hurt me like that. I know that you would never do me like that. Like, oh, I love you so much. So now we're like hugging and kissing each other. Like, lame. But no, we're like hugging and kissing each other, all that crap. So I take off my pants, right? So I take off my pants, I take off my panties, and I tell him to get on his knees and make it up to me. So he does exactly that. So when he's done, I put my panties back on, put my pants back on, and I look him dead in his face, and I'm like, I still don't want to be with you though, so you can go ahead and leave. And then I turn around and walk to my room. I turn around, walk to my room, and shut the door. And then a few minutes later, I heard like the front door shut. So I heard the front door shut, and then I get a text message from Cheater. And he's like, wow, you really gonna do me like that? Like, you really gonna play with me like that? Like, I thought that you really wanted to get back together with me. Like, I thought you really wanted to be with me. All this stuff like that. No. So I text him back. And I'm like, you've been lying, you've been cheating. This is the second time now that I've caught you doing both. Like, no, I'm done with you and I'm done with this relationship. Period. It is what it is. So we break up. So now, moving on, years go by. And when I say years, at least 2-3 years. At least 2-3 years go by. I now have my son. My son was probably like a month or so old. Yeah, probably like a month, maybe 2 months old. And now I'm in a relationship. So one day I get on social media and I get a DM. Who is it from? It's from Cheater, of course. I get a DM from Cheater. Child, please. Anyway, I get a DM from him, and it pretty much just says like, pretty much says that he basically wants to meet up and talk in person, saying he wanted to meet up, talk in person, that he's sorry for everything that he did to me, and just pretty much all this other stuff, right? So I message him back, and I'm like, once again against my better judgment, because it's like, okay, clearly this man ain't no good, you feel me? Clearly he's no good. These talks that he keep wanting to have in person, it's a bunch of BS. Like, nothing is genuine. Like, it's probably all gameplay. Like, none of this is genuine. But I digress. So I hit him back and I'm like, hey, we can meet up and talk in person. That's fine. So I told him that I moved and I now live on the east side. So I tell him exactly where I live. So he's like, oh, okay, like my cousin, she literally stay like 2 streets over from there. Like, if you're home right now, like I can stop by. So I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine. So he comes over, we go sit in my car, and now we're talking. So he ends up telling me that, because at first the conversation starts with us catching up. So he starts to tell me that him and Shaquita, they got back together for a while, and that they ended up having another child together. So now him and Shaquita have 2 kids together, right? So he ended up telling me that everything was going good for a while and that she ended up leaving him for somebody else. So she left him for somebody else. She ended up moving out of state to go live with this person and left the kids with him. So now he's a full-time single dad. He has his kids 24/7. He explains to me that him and Shaquita, they were living together, but since she left, he had no choice but to move back home with his family. So I'm listening. I'm saying like, oh, I'm so sorry, like that's crazy. However, I can't help but to think this is karma. Like, you had been cheating on me. You cheated on me not once but twice with Shaquita just to have another baby with her, just for her to leave you with somebody else. And not just leave you, but she moved out of state and left the kids with you. And now you're a single dad. Like, I don't want to say that's karma, but whew, it could be something. It could be something. So then he goes on to say, like, I just want to apologize to you. Like, I was wrong for cheating on you. I was wrong for lying to you. I was wrong for all of that shit. Like, I was an immature little boy, but I'm a grown man now. Like, I can't believe I even did that shit to you. Like, you were so good to me. Like, not only are you a good person, but you're a good woman. I see how you take care of your kids. Like, you're a good mother. This, that, and the third. And the whole time that he's talking, I'm listening to him and I'm thinking like, wow, this is the first time that, for one, he's ever actually apologized, and not saying like, oh, my fault, my bad, but to come out and say, I'm sorry for doing this to you. Like, I'm sorry for treating you how I did because I know that you didn't deserve that. Like, this is the first time he's ever doing that, number one. Number two, it's the first time he's ever admitted that he was in fact cheating, because any other time that I said something to him, he would lie and deny it. So I'm listening, I'm like, okay, maybe he did change. Maybe he's not the same person he used to be. And that's where I messed up at. That's exactly where I messed up at. So, so we're talking, stuff like that. And of course, he asked me to be his girlfriend again. And I tell him that I have a boyfriend. So I'm like, oh, I have a boyfriend. I'm in a relationship now. I only agreed to meet up with you because I wanted to hear you out and I wanted to hear what you had to say. Like, I accept your apology. Much appreciated. But, I mean, I don't know what to say to you. Like, it's not going to go past this conversation. Like, after this conversation, I'm going to go my way and you're going to go your way. I mean, it just is what it is. So Cheater, he was like, that's cool, I understand. Like, I hope that, the dude that you're with, I hope that he's treating you how you're supposed to be treated. And I hope he's not going to up like how I did, because damn, like, man, I'm so sorry that I did that shit. And I'm like, it's cool, like, I get it. And then he's like, man, like, look, I always felt like you're the woman for me. I always felt like you're the woman I'm supposed to be with. Like, it was always supposed to be me and you. ever since I seen you that day in high school. So whenever you and your boyfriend break up, or even if y'all break up, like, just hit me up. Like, just hit me up and, like, because I'm not going to go nowhere. Like, it is what it is. You're the one for me, and I'm not going nowhere. So I'm like, all right, I hear you. We're not finna break up, but like, I hear you. So after the conversation, I'll go back in the house and he leaves. I kid y'all not. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, me and my boyfriend break up. 2 weeks later, we break up. And I'm like, huh, I wonder what Cheater's doing. Should never did that. So I go looking on his social media, because when he sent me the DM, like, before, 2 weeks prior to this, I didn't lurk on his social media. I just like replied back to the DM. So now I'm gonna go look on his social media. So I'm looking on his social media. I'm looking and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, it's just like nothing out of the ordinary. Like, any of the pictures that I see on there is just pictures of him and his kids, like stuff like that. He has a couple of Bible verses on there and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, good. He's a man of God now. He was not a man of God before. So he's a man of God now. Maybe he really did change, right? So I hit him up. I slide in his DM. And we're going to stop there. So that was part 2. You guys stay tuned for part 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for clicking on this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow my Twitter at Brianna the Barb. It will be linked in the description box below, along with my email address in case you want to send me any promo or anything like that. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.